On the 6th of September 2024, Nikocado Avocado broke the internet by posting a video revealing his new skinny look and saying that he had lost almost 400 pounds as part of a 2-year-long weight loss journey that absolutely nobody knew he was on. He's since called the whole thing a social experiment and an elaborate master plan. But how exactly does all of that work? For people who don't know, Nikocado Avocado is a YouTuber who actually started his YouTube channel as a serious creator. He was a vegan violinist who posted videos of him playing the instrument, so he wasn't always a lolcow. In fact, he was quite respected. But when that style of content just wasn't bringing in the views, he switched out of veganism and started doing mukbang eating videos. This brought his channel the success he was looking for, and so his entire personality started to change. He started doing bigger and bigger eating videos to keep things interesting. And as his channel grew, so did his weight and toxicity. And while there's many incidents in the large history of Nikocado Avocado, the main crutch of his channel was these clickbait videos he posted where he would tell his audience that he was dying.
First a hernia, now probably broken. We have to see what they say. I'm hoping it's like, well, it's, I don't know. Ouch! Okay, keep my arm still, Nick. I'm hoping it's just one of those things that's like, it's a minor crack, but it'll heal in a week. I don't know anything about this. Ouch! It hurts to burp.
He did it over and over and over again and eventually made him disliked by everyone. This even led to Charlie to do coverage on Nikocado, highlighting that he was actively killing himself for views and blaming his audience for it.
He said, "It's your fault for encouraging these videos." Now he says like this pretty often, and it shows me that there's still some self-awareness deep within him somewhere, locked deep away. But that rational side of him he keeps buried, locked in a cage, and still does this content, even knowing better, even knowing that it's a complete detriment to his overall health and well-being. He continues to do it while still having that small glimmer of self-awareness.
This would then lead to a brief back and forth between Nikocado and Charlie, and every time, Nikocado will post a response full of deflections and excuses. And then after that, over the next month, Nikocado will go on to post several videos using Penguin Zero as clickbait in the title of the videos. So as you can guess, Nikocado wasn't just known for his eating videos and weight problems. He was also notorious for his toxic attitude and manipulation tactics he frequently used to get pity from his audience. Often at times, he would either fake a weight loss journey just to go back to the mukbang videos, or he would threaten to quit his YouTube channel and never do it. But all of that changed in 2024 when he would mysteriously stop uploading videos. First on his main channel, then on his other channels, with fans fearing that he may have finally taken his own advice. But the real reason was far more interesting. On September 6, 2024, Nikocado broke the internet with his return featuring his new look.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment for my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet in search of stories.
He called the whole thing a social experiment, and it's a phrase that's been closely attached to this situation since the news broke. Nikocado then says he feels like he's been monitoring ants in an ant farm and calls himself a villain.
It's brilliant, and it's dangerous. I feel as if I'm monitoring ants on an ant farm. One follows another, follows another, follows another. It's mesmerizing. It's spellbinding. All these little consumers, all of these lost and bored people consuming anything that they're told to consume. So I am the villain because I've made myself one. And you will continue to consume these stories about me year after year after year, for as long as I tell the internet that I am the villain.
Then he reveals that he lost about 250 pounds.
Today I woke up from a very long dream, and I also woke up having lost 250 pounds off of my body.
The creepy speech aside, Nikocado actually losing 250 pounds is really impressive. The particular reason why this return was so crazy in the first place was because for the last 8 years, people have watched Nikocado slowly gain all that weight as he went from skinny vegan violinist to an obese internet lolcow who people had given up on. It became even more impressive when Nikocado reveals that his transformation happened in only 2 years, because that's how long it's been since he last recorded the video.
I already know what it's gonna be, and it's coming out in a couple of days, so subscribe and I'll see you later. I hope you liked your food. Okay. Bye. Oh, and please also comment if there's any suggestions you might have for me, since I haven't made a video for like 2 years. Yeah, so it's been a long time, and I don't even know how to do this, but I think I do. You just have to eat.
Nikocado Avocado released 2 videos onto 2 of his 5 channels. The first video uploaded to his main channel has over 45 million views, and the second video on his second channel has over 10 million views. This comeback has been nothing short of a success, and the social experiment angle is something that people have bought into, with comments on his videos saying, "The fact that he was able to keep this entirely private with no one in the world telling his secret while actively creating rumors of heart attacks and failed weight loss is so complex I can't even wrap my head around it." This guy is actually a genius. He spent a chunk of his life trying to prove that people are ruthless and unforgiving, and he succeeded. I just feel horrible now. Bro actually trolled the entire internet and then dropped the most unexpected plot twist ever. The one thing that's been consistent throughout the internet's response to the weight loss is the genuine shock that he hasn't recorded the video in 2 years, even though the most recent video on his main channel was released on the 6th of February 2024, and on his second channel he had videos uploaded as recently as May where he clearly still had a lot of weight. This means that he must have pre-recorded a bunch of videos before he started his weight loss journey and has been strategically posting them across his channel since around 2022. There were, however, subtle clues here and there about him being on a weight loss journey, like this one recent video on his second channel called "I Quit My Weight Loss Journey, Time to Get Fat Again." Even though he still looked very fat, he had obviously already lost a lot of weight at this point.
I feel like I'm being pulled in a vortex, and I'm like going through this pin of a needle like a haunted house. Like, smells like old time ashes. With the wheels go clickety click click. And that's just me, Robin. Look, there's like no progress. But actually, if I kind of suck it in, I don't look that bad. What's the point of diets? Who cares? We're all gonna die one day. I just want to enjoy my ramen. And I was telling him maybe it's a chemical addition. Let's go.
So in terms of this being a surprise, Nikocado managed to put all the clues and pieces in place to maximize the shock value. Nobody saw this coming. Besides, of course, a guy called Mike on Twitter who put out this tweet in May of 2023 saying, "I'm calling it now. He is nearing the end of his social experiment. This is all just an internet act, and he's actually a health expert. He knew exactly when was the breaking point, and he knows exactly how to drop weight fast. It's all gonna be one big documentary." Apart from the surprise of the whole situation, not every response to the situation has been positive, however. Many people have pointed out that the main reason why fat Nikocado was so hated and this new version of Nikocado isn't is just the absence of the shouting, whining, and complaining personality that he used to put on for his eating videos. At the end of the day, social experiment or not, he himself decided to act that way during his videos, and if you remember how much controversy he got into with the likes of Stephanie So, Moist Critical, and others, then you remember that he was definitely a very toxic creator to not just his audience, also other YouTubers.
It's your fault that I'm over here starving in my bed. I wouldn't have become disabled if it weren't for you people who encouraged these videos.
And this is something that other creators had definitely spotted and called him out on. YouTuber Atozi made a good point about it in his video covering the situation.
A dude who's just living through his bit, and then you had some authentic moments shine through, which is why I'm confused people are calling him a genius for the stunt, because the reality is he started as a healthy YouTuber, then completely degraded and humiliated himself for years, putting on hundreds of pounds for people's entertainment, and something a whole lot more cursed, which he really leaned into. But I'm not really going to discuss that angle here on this channel because I would like this video to remain monetized. But then he came back skinny and he's like, I control the narrative. I'm always 2 steps ahead. No shit, you control the narrative of your own life. The only thing he proved is how far people will go for attention and money on the internet. It's a stunning display of lack of care for his own life.
The comment section was much the same, with people not understanding what all the fuss was about. There were comments like, the whole villain voice and that all that 2 steps ahead is off-putting. While I applaud him for his weight loss, he seems sort of unhinged and dismissive. Every time you do something foolish, just say you were playing a character. No one's ever thought of this before. I'm going to do drugs for a year and come back sober. That will show everyone I'm 2 steps ahead, always 2 steps ahead. And there's one part of Nikocado's return that not enough people are paying attention to. After his long 2-year weight loss journey, Nikocado announced his return to the internet by doing yet another mukbang video. In fact, both of his return videos on his channels were of videos of him eating a very large meal like he used to when he was fat.
I told you they're very long. These Chinese guys, they're like pulling them really far in front of you. You can like watch it. It's all open kitchen type of thing.
But that's not all, because almost immediately afterwards, he went over to the home of a longtime collaborator of his, a YouTuber named Hungry Fat Chick. Nikocado has since spent at least a week with her doing multiple mukbang videos. He even confirms that this isn't a long pre-recorded video by slating the current date as it was taking place.
Just like you. And I also want to say to the amount of people that watched our collab on our channel last and said this must be pre-recorded.
Yeah,
They're playing with us. Today's date is September 11th.
Is it the 10th or the 11th?
2024.
It's the 10th. It's Tuesday, September 10th.
But you're putting this out probably in a week or so.
It's probably gonna go up Saturday.
Well, there you go.
What that means is since his return and reveal as a skinny person on September 6th, he has gone on to do no less than 5 mukbang videos in the space of 2 to 3 weeks. So nothing's changed and he's still eating very unhealthily. This is something that fitness influencer Greg Doucette was keen to point out.
And in today's video, we're going to see that Nikocado Avocado is still doing mukbangs. And so for a man who's always 2 steps ahead, why is he now doing mukbang videos? Essentially, to sum it up, he went through an 8-year journey, became morbidly obese at 400 pounds, then starved himself, probably used Ozempic, essentially lost all his muscle, is so out of shape that now dancing for a couple of minutes injures him, and he's back to doing YouTube videos, doing mukbangs. How do you think that's going to work out for him? But no, he's 2 steps ahead.
Guess who's here?
Hi.
To sum it all up, Nikocado committing to a weight loss journey and losing 250 pounds in just about 2 years is nothing short of amazing. All of the red flags that were attached to him from the time he was known for being notorious still persist today. He can't claim that it was all a social experiment if he plans to continue doing the same thing as before. His health still looks to be in danger despite losing weight. The truth behind all this could be as simple as Nikocado doing all this for money and clout.